So in South Ayrshire, we're taking a different approach to planning. We're looking at planning at a population level, so involving people right at the start who are either older, so looking at an older population, people with a learning disability, or people with mental health and addictions problems. And also looking at locality planning, so looking down to different places and localities. And through involving people right at the start in generating ideas, and then also holding us to account, so through those champions boards, through to the delivery of services. And we're hoping that through that we can move from a passive engagement of people in consulting them around a strategy, through to a participation approach where people are contributing to both what the strategy looks like and also participating in delivering that strategy.
As a planning performance team, we've really changed our perspective on how we engage and communicate with our communities here in South Ayrshire. We know that it's all about relationships and about building that trust and having that co-creation in order to allow us to work together to achieve better outcomes. And we know that ultimately this will empower our communities to start well, live well and age well.
In South Ayrshire, developing the strategy, what's been put in place is a champions board, which we were all encouraged to join after a meeting that BASA held in 2023, and I became the chair of that group. I'm convinced that it's really important that older people have a say in developing an ageing well strategy, because of course they are the people that are going to be ageing well within our community.
So the League of Champions is a group made up with adults with a learning disability, they are carers and staff within the social work department to develop the adult with a learning disability strategy, where their voice was the core of the strategy. So they were able to tell us what barriers they faced within the social community, how they were feeling isolated after the COVID-19 pandemic, and what supports we had to offer and put in place to support adults with learning disability to achieve their best life.
I think because of the management structure and the services that are aligned under that management structure, mental health services doesn't sit as it sometimes does in some areas in a silo. I think I'm able to kind of link in and reach out to the locality teams and locality managers and get support for their social work teams, their care at home teams, and kind of get that holistic wraparound care. I think is the biggest thing that we do well in South Ayrshire in terms of kind of our links with mental health services.
We make sure we take a good bit of time to meet with individuals, with families within our communities, to understand what matters to them, in terms of how we support them to manage their own health and well-being, and how we give them the right support and advice to go about that. Some of the things we'll do is we'll have a thing called the Locality Planning Partnership. And the Locality Planning Partnership is a group made up of people from the local area who bring their own lived experience and community voice, and people who provide services within the local area. And we come together to discuss the priorities within that area and how we can start to support meeting some of those priorities going forward.
So from my perspective, it's a fantastic opportunity to get everybody in the room and start really thinking about what practically we can do that enables people to thrive into older age and make South Ayrshire a great place to live. So already getting started in the game, really enjoying thinking about what that means for individuals, the impact that housing has, the impact that services have, and the impact that budget decision making has. So it's all of those interdependencies. I think South Ayrshire is a great place where we're already working really well together, but this is really giving us a chance to really think through and rehearse some of those decisions that we make day in, day out. And often if we get those decisions wrong in the real world, obviously big consequences. Equally, if we get them right, that's what we're hoping to do today, run through those and start thinking about what will that mean in real life going forward.
What we've recognised as a partnership is it's not always one size fits all in terms of how we provide support and care to individuals or communities. So what we try and do is we go out to engage with as many villages as possible, appreciating that what a particular person, a particular area might be looking for could be very different to someone else in another village. And it very much is how we work in partnership. As we work going forward, learning together and starting to put supports in place together, very much building on the wellbeing pledge we have in the Health and Social Care Partnership of co-production and doing things together.
So one of the challenges we face is that people can be sceptical that their voice will be heard or that it will lead to real change. So really what we want to do is encourage this open dialogue and ongoing two-way communication so that we build trust between us and the communities that we work for. And this really allows us to help to inform better services and to create better plans and strategies which more effectively meet the needs of our citizens.